Hey everybody, it's Thais with Abundance Nation, and in today's video we are talking about how to manifest a trip overnight. So I have personal experience with having a thought in my mind about some place I wanted to be and then ending up there within 24 hours. And so number one, define what you believe is a trip, okay? So you need to define what it is that you want this trip to be. Is this a trip on a plane? Is this a trip in a car? Is this a trip to another local town or city? You really need to think about this when you're first manifesting it overnight. And master manifestor tip, it's going to be easier to manifest something overnight, something relative to something you've already done, okay? Because you're talking about assuming the energy in which you've already possessed. That's going to make it easier to manifest overnight. A lot of times that manifestation techniques don't work overnight because we're trying to assume energy that we've never embodied before. So master manifestor tip, this should be a place that you feel one that you may have already been before, and or within proximity or within access in which you've experienced before. Okay, so for example, if I've only ever been within the continental United States, it may be harder for me to embody energy from saying I'm getting a trip to Santo Domingo tomorrow. Because one, your mind instantly, if you're connected to your mind, so doing these practices with your mind will allow you to know those feelings and triggers you feel in your mind. As soon as I said that, even in joking, my mind was like, girl, you know that's not possible. So that's why it's super duper important to embody someplace that you've been before. So for example, I really love Miami, right? That's my favorite place to be. And if I say I'm going to Miami tomorrow, is it possible? Well, one, it'd be easier for me to say, yeah, I've been there before. Everything is possible. Number two, the reasoning side of me is gonna say, okay, what in your bank account says that? And you're gonna say, yeah, that's possible. So you want to make sure that whatever it is that you're manifesting is possible for you now. And those indicators are gonna be what your mind, the questions your mind asks you in response, like those rhetorical questions like, girl, are you serious? And two, what is your money energy? Remember what your money frequency is. Yes, usually your bank account physically reflects. Now, as you're upping your money energy, as you're leveling up and being open to receiving, I'm not gonna call them larger sums of money, but money that may be higher than what you're currently used to circulating or moving around, right? That'll make it easier too. And so you're like, Taze, you're putting all these stipulations on it, but I'm telling you how it's going to work so that you can actually make it work. I'm someone who always tries my manifestation techniques first. I'm never going to tell you to do something that I have not done myself. Can we just say the skin is skinning? I wish I was a little taller in the sun. Look at that, baby. Baby, that's Clinique, honey. I've been using Clinique. That's what my mama used to use. All right, let me catch this last little sun before it goes. I digress, as you know the teachers used to say. But in moving on, when you do that, that's gonna make it realistic for you. All right, so you've thought of that spot. Then you've got to write it out, okay? You've got to write it out. You've got to get into the emotion. That's gonna help you tap into what Abraham Hicks calls the vortex, okay? That's that place of manifestation, goodness, and goldenness. I love it, I love it, I love it. Pow, pow, pow. All right, sorry. That place of perfection and work, and writing helps you do that. How does writing help you do that? Well, scientifically, writing is a very complex process. You have to know letters, sounds, and also word groupings. I could go into this because I used to be a teacher as you're writing, because we know that although English is one of the, as they say, one of the most complicated languages to learn, because our words and our rules change based on many different things. So let me continue to make sure I stay on track. But as you're writing, it's a very complex process for the brain, which puts you into full concentration. That's why people say to journal. That's why you get real creative inspiration through journaling and things like that. Oh, son, you've been so wonderful. Thank you. You are fabulous. I just wanted to thank the sun. Before it goes away, you just caught me in a gratitude practice. But writing is a very complex process that takes a lot of focus for your mind. And so that's why you get your pen, you get your paper, and you're gonna script. Scripting is a form of writing and creating an imaginative scene in your mind. And so that's why writing is a great process, because you're, number one, you're putting words together, right? And then number two, you're reading, which is another complex process, all happening at the same time, okay? So you're writing this and you're reading it, and then what's happening up here? You begin to envision you being there. That is a great and easy way to move you to another place and space and time. Writing is the secret. It's the ultimate secret. And a lot of times people don't write anymore, they're texting. And I'm not saying that you can't manifest with your phone. Like I have a wallpaper with my goals, which is related to my goals that I keep on my binder that I've attached in the video below about spiritual travel must-haves. Excuse me. And how you can move your self-concept and elevate it faster when you travel. So make sure you check that out below. But with the writing, oh gosh, okay, I was there. Let me come back. So when you're doing all those processes at once, it creates that visualization in your mind. And then you transfer your energy over there. And so as long as you're writing and you're doing that, your energy is there. And scientific research supports that your brain is attentive for at least 8 seconds. But with writing, you can at least get an additional 10 to 15 minutes of full concentration. And we know that if you can do just 17 seconds, Abraham Hicks says, 17 seconds. 17 seconds is all it takes to get in the vortex. So imagine 10 or 15 minutes. That's why writing is going to be the key. Writing is the key. So once you've chosen a place that you know that you can be, to transport your energy there through scripting, and 3, you just have to release. You have to release. You have to release. So you're gonna have to have something else for your mind to concentrate on, because a part of the law of assumption is trust, right? Once you've made it law in your mind, it's law in the physical world. So then you gotta let it go. And then you have to say to yourself, let's say the next day comes, you get it. You get it, okay, girl, boy, them, they, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. I'm gonna make sure I'm inclusive of everyone watching this video. You've done the daggone thing. That means you are truly aligned with what you want. If it takes a little longer, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay if it takes a little bit longer. So a couple of years ago, I wanted to go to Sedona. Okay, so 2023, it's 2024 now. September of 20, in like January of 2023, I said, oh, I really would love to go to Sedona for Labor Day, right? And I'm just saying, like, this was me at a place where I wasn't trying to manifest overnight, okay? I'm just telling you how things work out in divine timing, okay? So still use this practice. It still works. I'm just sharing about how the divine timing, if you're not able to do this at this time, what it can look like for you. And it just didn't work out, right? It didn't work out. And finally, I said to myself, let's fast forward to like October of 2023. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? I said, I feel like I'm going to get there. I'm getting there. I'm going in March. I just said I'm going, right? Because my energy was there, right? And I gave it time. So although you're wanting to manifest overnight, I also want to give you the courage and the space and the place to manifest within the framework of where you are, okay? That's even more powerful when it comes to manifestation, when you know where you are, okay? And so I was like, okay. And then January came, I looked, the tickets were like super cheap. Like I had all the money. I had all the money. If I would have tried to go in September of last year, I would have been a little stressed. I would have been a little stressed because I had started really building a relationship with money in August. So to try to get there, hope everything's all right. If I would have tried to get there in September, that would have broken my trust with money because I was working on my relationship with it. But January came and it was all there. The ticket was the right price. And that's in one of my videos too. Everything I desire is available to me at the right price. And so that includes a trip, right? Of course, it could be free. It could be anything in which you can manifest a trip, and even that being overnight. But when you manifest a trip within your space, it just happened so magically. And so I got to go. I went just a few days ago. And I know you may watch this video years from now, and just a few days ago is March 9th, 2024. I got to go. And I went, and it was amazing. It was the best thing ever. Everything I wanted was there. And I'm going to do a video about that. I took pictures and everything. Everything I desired was there. It was all at the right moment. It was all at the right time. So even if your trip doesn't manifest for you overnight, know that it will manifest for you at the right time. But following those 3 steps, deciding where you're energetically ready to go, 2, scripting it out to build that feeling to put you in the vortex longer than usual, probably about 10 to 15 minutes. And if you need to, set a timer. And 3, letting it go. Allowing divine timing to take over. And you will find yourself resting, relaxing, and sipping if you sip. But you can sip some water too, okay? It doesn't have to be anything alcoholic. And you'll find yourself in relaxing. And then you'll also know that all good things continue. And that feeling that you feel being in that place that you desired and actually physically getting there is possible for you, and it will be possible for anyone. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Thais with Abundance Nation. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.